I want to talk about when there's people who feel like the weight of the world is too much for them to handle and they want out. Hey, it's Psychic Medium Kimmy Angelique, and I just want to vent. You ever feel like you just need a vent? So I'm gonna vent to you guys. Um, Sometimes shit around you gets thick, and sometimes it's not even your shit. It's everybody around you going through stuff and you wanting to be there for them. And sometimes, when they say things come in three, it really feels like one thing bad. Here's another thing around the corner. And it doesn't have to be like dramatic, but just like heavy shit. And then something else comes around the corner. Now somebody else is going through stuff and you want to be there for them, but you got all this other stuff going on. And then somebody gets sick. And then somebody needs money. A bill comes out of nowhere. Bitch at work is pissing you off. Your girlfriend's getting on your nerves. Your husband need to get slapped up. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of shit going on. And it just seems like sometimes you could coast and everything seems okay. And then all of a sudden, wham, a whole bunch of shit is just going off. You got puppies in the other room freaking going crazy while you're on Zoom trying to do shit. And sometimes it's just so much. It's just so much that you're like, God, I need a getaway. I need to take a break. Everybody goes through that. I know we all have our issues and we feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders and nobody understands us. But the truth of the matter is everybody goes through some shit one point in their life, multiple times in their life. So I didn't know where I was going with this video. I just felt like I wanted to vent, but I feel like the message that I need to give out right now, and yes, I do have a puppy in the background screaming his little head off because mommy's not in the same room. And this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes I just want to walk out of the room and be able to breathe. And I love him dearly, but give me some space. You crying like somebody is hurting you is not that serious, okay? But I say all of that to say, sometimes you just need to get in your car and drive away, throw the music on really loud, and just think about what's going on, or don't think about it. Don't think about it, whatever it is. But again, I didn't know where I was going with this video, but I feel like I want to talk about when there's people who feel like the weight of the world is too much for them to handle and they want out. And I've been there. I've been there many times, many a days where I felt like it just wasn't worth it anymore. But I just want to say that when we're in the thick of things, we feel like there's no way out. But there always is. There always is. And there's either us getting help and asking somebody to help shoulder some of the stress that we're dealing with, or maybe it's just talking to somebody and them helping us figure out our own solutions. And maybe we just need to talk it out with somebody. Sometimes it's a matter of having anxiety and maybe we need medication to help control the anxiety, which then allows us to think rationally through the stressors that we have. Or maybe it's depression. Maybe we need to get out of our home situation. Maybe we need to go somewhere else and get away from abuse or whatever is not working for us. Maybe it's a accumulation of everything. But I guess I just want to say that life gets fucked up for everybody. Don't tell me there's one person out there who has not had any bad shit happen in their life or any stress. Everybody has stress. And I know that sometimes we feel like we're alone and we want the easy way out, but go through it, because all the things that we go through that we find are so hard, they make us so strong. And there's honestly nothing that we can't go through and come out on the other end a stronger person. Even if it's not what we envisioned for ourselves, even if it's a struggle to get there, we always make it through. And I just want to say that, because I know that, the younger generation, with the pandemic and everything, it's the last few years have been absolutely insane, not only in the United States, but all around the world. And then you throw a pandemic on top of that, and then you throw in anxiety and depression, social media, not being able to socialize with people because of the pandemic. And it's everybody. Let me tell you, my anxiety, and I'm going to be honest with you, I take medication for anxiety before the pandemic hit. My anxiety has gotten worse, even on medication. So trust me when I say everybody is going through it. There were some days where I was like so sad and depressed with not even my own life, but because of what was going on in the world. And I was so depressed that I was like, I can't even comprehend what's going on. Like, why is God allowing all this stuff to happen? I couldn't comprehend it, because my brain was just like, why are people so hateful? Why are people so angry? Why is this going on? Why is that going on? Why, if people are depressed and do they want to kill other people? You know what I mean? Like, why don't they just figure shit out on their own? Why are they taking other people down with them? There's all these questions. I just want to say to anybody watching this that you're not alone. There are so many people out there who are thinking the same damn thing. But we don't have to end our life over it. We don't have to be so dramatic. And I don't mean any disrespect when I say dramatic, but what I'm saying is that when you're going through something, you should never want to take your life to no longer feel it, because right around the corner, there's the sunlight. You know what I mean? There's these little things that we neglect to pay attention to that allow us to experience and express gratitude. When all the craziness was going on about the pandemic and people were dying left and right, and then, oh my God, freaking polio and monkeypox and the war and all this shit. It's like, what the fuck, right? And then I stop and I say, there are so many things that I am grateful for. Look at this. I'm in a room. I'm in a house. I have a roof over my head that is shielding me from rain and the elements. I'm grateful for that. I have family members who love me, even if we don't agree most of the time, even those that I am, having an argument with, or I'm no longer talking to, I still am grateful for something. So please, if you even have to dig deep, there's got to be something that you're grateful for. And when you find whatever that is, when you focus on that gratitude, it becomes bigger and larger, and it pushes out any of that negative feeling that we have, and any of the depression and the anxiety. And then we can find something that excites us. You know what I mean? So I want to say to you, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling anxiety or depression or lost, find one thing that truly makes you happy. And I say, focus on that. Give you an example. I love to sing. I love to write songs. So when I'm not in the best of moods, I throw the music on, I start singing, I start dancing, and automatically my vibration, my happiness starts to become, stronger. And I start to feel myself being silly and dancing and doing some really crazy things that I wouldn't want on video. But and I'm not gonna go crazy for the crazy crying dog in the background, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a hug and kiss when I'm done with this. But be silly sometimes when no one's watching, read a comic book if that's what you're into, watch Star Wars or Disney Plus, or draw, get an adult coloring book. I don't know, whatever you find that allows you to be kind of a kid again, something that really makes you feel silly and giddy or whatever it is. I don't care if it's going for a walk, going to amusement park, getting some freaking ice cream, whatever it is. Just take that step first before allowing the darkness to overcome you. And hear my words when I say that you are not alone. Even if you feel you are, trust me when I say that you are not the only person who feels that way. And there are so many places and resources where you can not only get help and support, but you can meet people who understand exactly what you're going through. And then you can talk to these people and feel validated and feel like, wow, I'm not the only person who went through something like this. And wow, they were able to come out on the other end a stronger person. So I can do that as well. So I'll leave you with that. I apologize for the crazy puppy in the background. That's my boy Logan. And I love you guys. I do. Whether I know you personally or not, I feel connected to you because we are all one. We all want love in our life. We all want positive things. We all want to be successful, loved, and give love. And so I wish you all nothing but the very best because you deserve it. I'll see you next time. Bye.